Good morning. Welcome to Satsang. I am consciousness. Everybody can tell I am consciousness. What's consciousness? It's always here, you are it. What looks like a problem is that we confuse what we attribute to consciousness, and so the attribution, which becomes an identification. We confuse consciousness with all the experiences we can get in this body, in this emotional heart, in this thinking power of the mind. So you have not to realize who you are. You have just to dismiss your belief in an attribute, in a base you believe or oblige yourself to stand on. For example, if I feel cold in my body, so I have an experience of cold, and of course, I don't question that. But if you investigate, you see that I experience that, but as a body. My body experiences that. You see? It's not I. It's my body experiences that. Well, I experiences that, but as a quality, as an attribution, as I said. So, if you want to be struck by that fact, which has been since ever and always, I am consciousness. You have just to dismiss your beliefs where you stuck yourself. Of course, in daily life means it's the life of beliefs and identifications. It's the play of the manifestation. But if you have this investigation, you can offer yourself, and you will need to give yourself a moment of just being as you always have been, which is always here. You see, and that is not in time, because it's only your experiences which are in time, and it goes on changing. And imagine if we identify with this changing body and all that, we are in trouble. But we see that for some reason I am always myself. Whatever changes occurs. But then I cannot think that I am always myself as a body, or as a heart, or as a mind, because that goes on changing. We would be complete in the mental hospital if we were identifying completely with those changes. And it's not the case for So, you have not to realize who you are. You have just to dismiss beliefs. A moment a day removes the diseases of the search. Anyway, any question, anything which makes you calm rather than just loving it and keeping quiet. Welcome, tell, or share, you know. Good morning.
I think I'm still, thinking about something you said a few satsangs ago about knowing yourself, having heard a lot, and recognizing a lot of the, for example, the answers in satsang given, and knowing to dismiss when something comes up. Mm-hmm. And you said something that really struck me, and it kind of stayed as a little bit like, it's not enough to have the knowledge.
Yeah.
And I see that very clearly, it's not enough.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I'm very grateful for that knowledge, and it helps me a lot.
Absolutely.
So, I would like to...
Yeah, it's just not to stay in the last step. So, the knowledge of the self means, you tell me if you agree, if you see that for you, you are the knower of the self.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as everything else you could dismiss because you saw where you were landing yourself, you can do the same here. Okay, I can also say I am the knower of the self, but I know I would not be satisfied.
Yeah.
So if it, in the manifestation it happens, this role, let's say, this thing can appear and disappear. But in fact, I am not only a knower of the self. You know, it's like the knower of the absolute aspect of the self. Or even, okay, the knower of everything is the self. But then, what about the knower is not satisfied? And you can speak about it. So from where can you speak about it? Or see it? Just tell me.
Mm.
Dare to say something.
I can... It seems like I can see it from some... it's like I'm observing...
No. You are doing what the mistake of all the seekers. They create a I deeper and deeper, and there is always a I deeper.
Yeah.
You know, like a witness, more witness. And so the mind creates a lot of I, deeper and deeper, more and more subtle witness of. But that's why, that's because you thought that you are not yet who you are. It's a game of the mind. And it's the only answer he can give. Is if you can reply like this, okay, I am the knower of the self, from where? From I, but you put this I in the mind.
Mm.
So you create always new witnesses. So if you are aware of that, you don't need to do that. You are simply I am consciousness. You know, I am even that, if you want to remove words. I am myself. And from here, I see the first rise after a long search. Finally, it's an attainment to be the knower of the self. It's an attainment.
Yeah.
I can see, I can be the knower of the self, which will always appear still. But I'm not only that. From where I see that, I keep quiet. I don't even reply I, you see. I keep quiet. Otherwise, you fall again in this vicious circle. It's like the seeker who say, sometimes, when you express, there is something going on, which could be the last track or boom, I don't know what to say. But then the seeker replies, I forgot what he replies. Oh shit, sorry. Yeah, it's only an understanding. I know what you say, but it's an understanding.
Yeah.
You remain in the grip of the mind. At that very point, you could also not grasp that. Why to keep it as an understanding? It's a fact. It's just a fact. Well, I feel I didn't explain well,
But it's I I think I'm getting caught in this where it's like it looks like there is a something or like that I want to bring a quality into it, or I don't know how to explain it well, but
no,
it's
I understand that, and that's why it will be a non-ending search,
yeah.
because every quality, and you will find subtler and subtler, you will always find, oh no, it's the truth, and then it will go away. It will, anyway, you will find yourself as much as not satisfied as before,
Yeah.
because you depend on a quality or on a discovery.
Yeah.
You cannot discover yourself. You are it. It's a total something else, which is not difficult because you are it. So it's really all what is difficult is still in the grip of the mind, who wants to know the most subtle, the most beyond or prior, but it is not in his capacity. Here he has to just, one can just not touch it for a while. So that is the force of believing it's only that which is real goes, you see. Even if in the mind the reappearance may come, but if there is any reappearance, you can be sure it will be disappearing too. So it's just a game, the manifestation of what you are. That's why it is said, at least by the wise men, that it's not an attainment. It is really not an attainment.
And I really see that it
Great.
it cannot be attained because that's
Because?
it's like then there wouldn't be a problem. Like if it could be attained by knowing, or it's like I see this hook that I'm creating where I'm placing.
Yeah, but wait,
the
you go
difference or
far now. You
yeah.
go far. I cannot, what was it, the word?
I cannot attain it.
Attain it
Yeah.
because I am it. Simply. Because I am it. Because if you go in what you said, which is true, which is all right, but still it's your mind who thinks so.
Yeah.
It's your knowledge. Because simply I am it. Yeah. Let it be a fact. Yeah.
Good morning.
Good.
So I'll hook from the previous question. If I'm aware there is so I'm creating many other eyes that are observing,
Yeah.
and then I'm trying to become aware that I'm already myself.
That
But
cannot be, because who will be aware? Who will be aware?
and that was sort of my question. If I can't think of it, or I can't feel it in my body, and I can't feel it in my emotions, how do I know?
I don't know, but it happens.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Okay. We just know.
It looks like it's just a moment out of time that doesn't need to happen twice in your life,
Mm-hmm.
but it's absolutely incomprehensible.
Okay.
I agree. But it happens.
Okay.
So what? So from here, all this is said, no?
So if I can feel it and I can identify with it, it's not it.
No, it's not it. It's an
Mm-hmm.
aspect of it, because
Okay.
everything is it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's an aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Great. If you already see that for certain, it's great. Then what else you have to do?
I assume just keep quiet.
Yes, just keep quiet.
Yes.
Excellent.
It's hard when
No,
we
no,
go
no, no,
through.
no, no, no.
Yep.
Why you go there? Then you don't keep
Yep.
quiet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here you see, we cannot be compassionate with our own whatever we know from ourselves. Here it's quite uncompromising or radical, but it's just for a moment, and after everything flourishes in a personal way, the way it has to be, so you don't need to worry about that. But we are so compassionate with all what we know, which made us suffer on top of it. So just remind yourself of that. Any consideration you would like to express, if it is important for you? Or anything that would be also inspiring? A sentence you read which helps you? I would like to hear. I think one very hard belief, I mean it is not at all, but I see a belief that one cannot let go so easily is the belief of permanency. I got a glimpse, and one day what I have seen or what I saw, what I am, will be permanently there. I think you have to admit, maybe it's very cherished idea or truth for you, but what you are, you cannot impose anything on it. So one belief is enough to hide yourself what you are. What you are is not an attainment, it's a life always just now. Always just now. So don't care anymore that it should be expressed in some way. That is not in your hands. It is expressing already from your birth in the way it has to be expressed in your life. And if you are just now with yourself, where are you? Can you land anywhere? That's what you are, that's the background of everything. You may lose yourself in the movie. You never really lose what is your real self, let's say. Yeah.
In India, in the past, some master, they used to give a mantra to the disciple.
Yeah.
And it's been said that for some of them,
Yeah.
it really brought them to their final destination.
Maybe, I have no idea. I think the final destination is what? Is when you are no more able to say any mantra, no?
Yes?
Okay. I don't care, because even if it happens to someone who says so, there is no recipe. Because the other one who will hear that and may do it may not work.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yes.
yeah. Yeah. So you wanted to say what?
But it is
Yeah.
possible that for some
I think
people,
everything is possible. Even if a donkey farts in front of you and you are suddenly, oh my God. I so much don't believe that a particular thing would help. Even though, of course, I have given some indication in this satsang. But it may not be the indication, even though they are excellent. it may be something else which would work. Maybe because of years of indications, who knows, you know. But that particular moment, nobody knows how it comes. It comes when you really give up, or it comes when you are really struck. Oh, where I was. You see, so yeah. It's good, good. You said so. It's interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. And you know, it's not that I don't believe that mantras are not helpful. If you have a too crowded mind, or if it is not your thing to be a bit intellectual or so, mantras are meant to, it's like a bone you give to a dog, you know, to direct, to canalize all this jungle in a path, but not towards objects, towards the source. So that is called Shiva, or whatever name was in the mantra, which in fact will lead to no form. That is the goal, you see. Yeah, sure. Even yoga, you see, you put your head down, the feet up, and you say, what's going on here? But you cannot think much, huh? So it's always to show you, it will not be in the thinking, in the sensation, or in this or that. It will be when you don't think. And that can be provoked by anything. And that we had, since our childhood, we had those moments, but we didn't hear. They are amazing moments. They are precious. It shows what you are. But otherwise, everybody has known this. No? Hi.
Hi, thank you. I've always really enjoyed being like very busy and trying new things and very excitable and energetic.
Sure.
But I've been realizing recently that attitude it's getting in the way of being content with the amazing things that I have. And I don't want that to persist. And so I think my question is, are there, like, how can I change that? Is there a way that I can change that? Yeah.
I would not touch it, otherwise I will remove what you do, what you want to keep. If I answer you, I will include what you want to keep. I will dismiss it also.
I don't quite understand. I'm sorry.
Maybe I didn't understand too. No, I understand that. Okay, you enjoy, but in fact, you are already very well with what is here with you. I don't know what it is, but it's what you said. So, what does it mean, what you have with you? And I understand you want to stop that because it's, after all, quite enough. You are contented with what you have. But what you have, is it objective? Is it an object? Is it a belonging?
No, I think it's more, I think like what I have and the things I want are like relationships with friends and families and partners,
so
those sort of things.
Yeah, but they are, I'm sorry to say, but they are objects. I mean, you are the subject and you speak of them as objects, even though, don't tell them.
I won't.
It's part of the good relationship. Okay. There is no guarantee that you can even keep what satisfies you, because objects comes and go. Objects comes and go. And you see, the real contentment cannot depend then on that even.
I can see that.
Ah, great. So if you already can see that, it's great. Because then you do as you like, but remember that in fact I cannot depend on anything which is not who I am. The contentment should be prior to anything I will project to make me contented.
That makes sense.
Good.
I think. Thank you.
Okay, that direction. Yeah.
Yes, you asked earlier something that inspires you, or
Yeah.
yesterday it was posted the song by Arun on the poem of Mukti,
Yeah.
and I feel it resonates with this the parable of Adam and Eve and paradise.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are fulfilled. They just are.
Ooh.
Adam and Eve as not
Before.
before the eating of the fruit of the tree of knowledge, and that which creates I know you, and it feels it's really this game on this as this incarnation. It's really like.
But this, this manifestation is all what is expressed in religion with their holy scriptures. It is the manifestation.
Yeah.
And now they say in a different way than in satsang generally how to go back or how to see that you're never left who you are. Because they put God somewhere else. That is the problem. As a creature, you put God somewhere else and then you have to obey or please God. So that's religion.
No, but I was not looking at it in this way at all. For me, it was more paradise. If there is a paradise, it's just to be, which is to be aware that you're aware. And suddenly, if you touch, if you eat,
I would not call it paradise even. It is.
That's a word,
so
fulfillment.
Untouchable. You see.
Yeah.
Because you see. Of course, if I was kind, I would say, yeah, it's paradise. It's but I see the seed of a belief in the mind. If you insist it's paradise, it's even better than paradise, I would say, because there is nothing to lose or to want. It has to be this way or it is this way. We don't know.
Yeah. No.
But it's so important there. You don't name it.
Yes, it's just kind of
using
the metaphor.
It is to share something, but it's also an occasion for me to say we have to be very careful with our descriptions.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine one description. What does it mean? It's a rising thought. It gives rise to universes. Mm-hmm. It's extraordinary. Huh? The power of it. I think what gives this amazing contentment or peace or joy or love, if you like, because it's all the same. It's just to indicate something we don't know what to indicate. Is not to be busy anymore of the belief that it has to look in a certain way. Yeah. In that way, the Indians, they showed well by all their stories that the wheat will appear once you are quiet about the subject. The wheat appears can be in all the ways possible. So they give examples of suddenly someone renounced the life, and another one will, in the contrary, will rule the kingdom better. Or one went cuckoo, blissful. Or one, and so on. I mean, and as one is not, this looks like ordinary, and so on. So it's just to show that's no more in our hand. So the way one lives is not a sign. It's a sign that everything is that, but there is no particular sign. This is it more here than there. But it's so important to hear that, you know.
Hello, Ganga. Good morning. I just need to talk about the appearance in the body, like you were speaking at the beginning.
Okay.
And so the experience in my life always seems to have been this incredible resistance, energy, contraction. And I know that I'm not what that appearance is. I really know that. And yet I experience it very strongly, and I feel like I'm sitting, and it's very hard not to want it to not be there. It's like, it's very hard.
Wait. You say, I know.
Yeah,
I know very well.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what more do you want to know?
Well, I feel like I'm still positioning myself in the experience of it all, like I'm sitting in it.
No, but
knowing
now you speak,
that I'm not it.
Look. Now you speak of the movie. You jump. Your talk jumps. I know what I am.
Yeah.
You agree? And then you speak after about the movie of what is manifested.
Yeah.
And what is manifested, it presents itself like this in your life.
Yeah.
There is nothing wrong. It is that which manifests in your life like this.
Yeah.
What do you want to change? What you can change,
Yeah.
is to give you moments of, I don't go there. That's all. Not that you want to change something, but you have the freedom to retire. A moment to go back, or to just be. In fact, go back is not a very good term, but do you see that?
Yeah, I do. I do see that.
Okay. So what's wrong then? Maybe you have preferences not to be this way or that way. That's the movie, you know?
I know.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
What to do?
And somehow the belief of being myself in it will change it, and it doesn't.
No, don't go there.
No, it doesn't. It might get. It doesn't.
Don't go there. But you don't imagine, even if the life is as it shows up, but if you give a moment, you know, really a moment, I am, in fact, it's a movie. I just give myself a moment, let's say naked, of obviousness. It changes because there is a tension to always try to fix an utopia. That's gone. That's gone. So, yeah. Are you not always yourself? Tell me now. Tell me now. I want an answer.
Yes.
Yes, I am. And if you reply something else, then you speak of the movie.
Thank you. It's just a clarification.
Sure.
It's to remove the utopia. It's just to understand that it's okay to identify and have beliefs in the movie, while knowing that if I'm talking about who I really am, I know who that is, and that goes unchanging.
And what was it before?
Just that to remove the utopia
No,
of...
you have not to remove. You just have to know.
Hmm.
It's a difference. Just know, oh, I'm going there. Maybe it's an utopia to believe I will be contented completely when I go there. Just to know that. And then you go or not. That is your life.
And that's okay in the life.
Then what else?
Yeah. Okay.
Dual.
Yes.
Duality.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. That was just clarifying. Yes. Thank you.
Great. Yes, it's good to be clarified. It has to be more clearer that satsang brings or speaks or indicates or whatever about what you already are. So it will not be a remedy to fix the life. So, because once you know that what you are is always here, so that makes you know that whatever appears on it, it is its own manifestation, And it will go on changing aspects in the appearances and in its disappearances. So in that way, your life will not be fixed for better, let's say, but at least your life will go on, but not full of trying to fulfill an utopia or a beliefs. And that's very precious. Very difficult to describe anyway. Yeah.
Hello. Is it a question of putting my or changing the perspective?
Mm-hmm.
When the daily life is coming very hard or challenging, getting aware, this is, as you say, a drama or utopia, to go back, to go with this, maybe the sentence, trust and be still, and to look who I'm that, which is here, and this is appearing in that.
Yeah, it's still quite complicated. You see, of course we investigate when we are not well, when we suffer. But in the investigation of who you are, you have to include also the good moments.
Sorry? Yeah.
In the investigation of who you are, you have to include also the good moments. You have to understand that whatever happens appears dually, and it will remain dual, whatever enlightenment is there or not. The appearance will always be in a dual way, as an appearance, okay? So, and go back to oneself. I know myself, I use sometimes this sentence, but it's not a correct sentence, because you never leave yourself. You are yourself, and it's rather in the movie, you say, oh, I go back to myself, because you play with the movements. You were out and now you go in, but all this is in the movie. It's not like this. You always have been yourself, whatever movie appears.
But I mean this remembering.
Yeah, remembering.
This remembering, I'm the self.
You remember in the movie, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a movie.
And where are you when you remember in the movie? Where are you when you remember?
Silence.
Not in the movie.
Not in the movie. Okay. Silence.
Silence. Stop to describe it.
Yeah.
Silence is a description.
Yeah, sure. What can I say?
You just can't say, I'm myself or I am that. But if you put anything, then silence will not appear, and then what you do?
I mean this.
Oh, I am less myself because it's noisy. No, all this is really the unavoidable bullshit of the seeker. But then it has to be seen. Tell me more.
If I say space, it's
Oh,
the
no,
same.
no,
It's the same.
space.
It's the
Space is manifestation.
Yeah.
The space is manifestation.
Yeah.
Ah, then what? Time and space.
And when that's the feeling I'm that.
And why you speak of space then?
These are all concepts.
Yes,
It's
all
all
concepts. So,
It's much easier here with you. Still.
Not sure.
You're not sure, but it's still like this. So clear.
Come more till it's easy with you.
Yeah.
What to do? But you see, you come here, in fact, it is to tell wherever you are, you are.
Wherever
you are, you are.
Yeah.
Wherever this body is, wherever circumstances you experience, that is in the movie.
Yeah.
If you speak of who I am, I am. I am, wherever you are. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. We have so many concepts, you see. In this life, if we go to this path, if suddenly my dog dies, normally I should not show how sad I am. You know, it's so, oh la la. It's not like that. Of course you will be sad. But what is sad is the owner of the dog. Where is it? In the movie. Then in the movie, of course you suffer and you are happy and you suffer again and you are happy. This is a movie. It has nothing to do with what you are. I mean, it has fully to do because it is that itself, but in shapes. So you see, the descriptions are difficult. But we have to stop to impose a certain way to behave in this movie. Bullshit! But really you have to hear it, because it's a suffering. And it's a big lie. And it creates arrogance in case you are a bit successful, imagine. No. No. Yeah, sure.
For me, in the moment, it's the contrary. I don't show this holy thing. They're coming up so much anger. I'm in such a big challenge, and I really, I'm like a volcano.
So take a cushion, huh?
Sorry?
Take a cushion. With you.
Yeah. But it's also in this movie, and I can see it. I can see how this person.
Finally, you can be furious. Finally, it will take a while because you suppressed it for years, but after you will be more or less all right.
Yeah.
And all this because of this bloody spiritual concept.
Yeah.
You know, of course I will be detached.
No, not anymore.
But it can happen also. Huh? Everybody will be different in this movie. It can happen also. But it's not the one, let's say, the extreme case. Someone suddenly gets really detached, but he's not more himself than the one who is furious. Really. That is the thing.
I don't know if I get it. Can you try it? What you said was not quite sure now for me.
It was very simple. You are furious.
Yeah.
You allow yourself to be furious.
Yeah.
Okay. So I said, let's say, your search is gone. You have seen who you are. And suddenly, because of that, your life changes for a big detachment, let's say. And another one gets more furious because he suppressed so much, so he's getting more furious. Is there one of the two is more enlightened than the other? Tell loud. No. Visha, you hear everything. Anyway. It's good to laugh anyway, thank you. In the life, one is more a symbol of an idea, symbol of a concept we have. But that's all, huh? Yeah. Amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Could you?
Hey, Ganga. I have this tendency to be very busy with fantasies and ideas, and
Yeah.
and there is always kind of thing that comes back again, like a preference that more to be in the body and the emotions is better, something like this.
Yeah.
And I want to ask if it's possible that it has to do with Judaism.
I wanted to say that exactly, yeah. It's also human. Humankind is like this. And probably you are colored also by Judaism, your education, your roots. Yeah, sure.
I have a friend that became a childhood friend and became a big rabbi, and then he dropped out of the game.
Oh, I see.
And I feel very attracted by what he's telling.
Yes.
And he's talking about a high experience by totally disappearing into contemplating about the scriptures. And
yes.
I don't know, it came up now, this thing, when he talked, when Chaitanya talked about mantras, I thought maybe it's something similar, or maybe, I don't know. It just
I
came up.
think it's totally similar, you see, all these mystical or religious cultures, they all aim to the same, is to give emphasis. I don't know if I reply to you, but let's see how we come. They all give emphasis to, not to objects, you see, to something which speaks of something else. Yeah? Oh, yeah. So that is very inspiring for someone who seek. It's very inspiring. It's even needed to at least give space to something else than to always the daily life object. So that is the role of religion and mysticism or philosophy, is to bring you a little bit another aspect that exists too. The only thing is if they frame it or not in some beliefs or in some way to live, that is different with everyone. I don't know if I replied, but surely it is very attractive because in the end you are not satisfied with this world. Not enough, at least. No? I don't know if I reply really, but...
Just, I had to say it. It is... I'm just sometimes getting so fed up with this and feeling like a claustrophobic with all this activity of thinking.
Yeah, no, sure.
Sure. And it's okay.
Yeah. whatever can help you to be relieved for a moment is good. Sure. It's very interesting, the word inspiration, you see. Expiration, ex outside, but here it is inspiration. Generally we live with expirations, always outside. All those who speak of, or tries to comment the holy text and all that, they are inspired. It's always towards something you cannot catch, which in Satsang we would say who you really are. Yeah. So, if you are inspired, it's always good. And many teachers have that very essential role to inspire, to bring in somewhere. They may frame it in the end, but at least the inspiration is given. And that's also a luck, not to be always busy with outside, if at least one feels unsatisfied. And there, in the inspiration, one will stop somewhere which inspires him, or will continue an investigation till it just keeps quiet. That is up to each one. Yeah. So keep that very tight in your life, very intimate. Yeah. Where is the mic?
I would like you to comment on. I was given to read something from Nisargadatta Maharaj, and there is one sentence stuck. So I read it in French, so I don't know what the English is, but basically the question to him was, what is matter, la matière? And the answer was, matter is what you don't. So now I've got a translation.
Yeah.
The answer was, la matière, c'est ce que vous ne comprenez pas. So it can be matter is what you don't.
I don't want to translate. So the matter is what you don't understand.
Understand or
comprehend.
Include. It could also be.
It is his answer.
Yeah, but I would like
no
you
comment.
to... okay, good.
Where are you left when you read that?
It's just a movement. It's just a movement, but it felt in this.
Where you were left when you heard this?
Landing on the question. There was something, but no, where I'm.
I would not say so. It made it. The answer made its job. You had a moment of, oh, what does it mean? Of not knowing. So he did his job.
But really, thank you for saying that, because
of course,
the whole
basta.
Okay.
111. So, thank you very much.